Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, testing. Is this thing on? Is this thing alright? I'm back. Give me some slack. Give me some slack on this camera. You know, slack is an important thing in life. You need room to grow and to express yourself. Sometimes that needs to be ensured. I'm going to tie the cable on this webcam in a knot as I loop it around a post to ensure there's plenty of slack available for the necessary growth. Call it a growth exercise. Okay, I said I was going to tie it in a knot. I'm going to, because, you know, just looping it, that don't, coiling it around, no, that don't work. That doesn't ensure the slack. It doesn't assure, it doesn't preserve, it does not secure. I'll pop you up on my vintage 1990s Slammer Pog made out of like, son of a, okay, I can fix this, I can fix this. I can, I will, I shall, I must. Motherfucker, don't fight me! I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to ensure your growth. Your full potential in this world, this cold hard world, where cameras, you're not even a special camera. The only thing that makes you special is you're a PlayStation Move camera, but you're nothing. You're low resolution. You crap. Nobody's ever going to be impressed by you ever again. If anything, you're just a novelty. You're unique, and that's all you got going for you. Let me secure the slack. Oh, whatever. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know I'm being silly, but it's okay. I whatchamacallit. I did what I had to do earlier. I came home and I took a nap. Son of a bitch. Fuck it. That's what I got other cameras for. Yes, it's me, JJ, the owner and proprietor of Bright Idea Records, located at brightidearecords.com. Brightest minds in music today. And yeah, did what I had to do. Came home, got a phone call, took a nap. Actually, it was an extended nap. It's probably like more like a slumber. And now, there's nothing I would rather do. Well, you know, that's a saying, alright? It's not necessarily to be taken literally. A lot of times when I say that, it is literal. Okay? Ugh. But actually, yeah, I think it might actually be true. It's nothing more. Damn television, damn rabbit ears. Oh crap, gotta be slow, careful, steady. Kinda got a lot of crap in the way. Nothing I'd rather do than jam out on my axe and get some more work done on that little cover tune that we started together earlier. Alright? If you didn't get a chance to see that, I guess maybe I'll put a link in the description or some junk like that. You know what I mean? So that might be a helpful thing to do. Alright. Hope you're doing okay on the towards the end of this March 30th, soon to be the 31st, in like an hour. Yeah. That was exhausting. Oh man. Oh, I think I might need more medication. That's the only reason I make these videos. It's an excuse to do drugs in front of you. Hey, you know, somebody's got to do it. You know, when I was your age, young person, I had plenty of adults doing drugs in front of me. So, you know, and sometimes even offering. That's when I got to say, you know, but I'm good. No, I don't really do that. No, it's okay. No, it's not weird. I'll play my Game Gear if it weirds you out. Alright. Good. Yeah. It's part of natural human social development, right? Watching people do drugs. Oh, yeah. And if it's not, you're missing out. Yeah, right. Well, I tell you, my HD camera, it is totally not being taken advantage of. You know what? I don't think we really need that. Well, it doesn't hurt to leave it up, but let's do this. Let's try to produce a song and a video. Okay? How does that sound? That sounds like such a producerly thing to do, right? I'm going to move a little bit slower so as not to exhaust myself too quickly. Gotta pace myself for this routine, this number. I was reviewing what I uploaded earlier, and I am basically okay with everything, you know. I already told you some of the origins regarding this number, and they were accurate, and I was honest, and that's about all I'm looking to be at this point. Oh, and I was even like a little bit insightful, providing the backup lyrics and whatchamacallit, what they actually are, right? I hope that wasn't too noisy right now. I believe the microphone is turned on this here camera. And why did I change the camera? Because I'm going to be jamming, man. I be jamming. And I think I'll just stay seated. Like, put my foot on my neato little guitar player foot thing. I like it. It gives me a reason to keep my knee hiked up, which is a great resting spot for a guitar. Oh, I miss you too, baby. Oh no. Wait. Oh no, I'm tripping. Just the other day, I had to take care of my strap post. And what do I mean by take care of? Well, I had to repair it. It had become too slack. Kind of like what the cable on that PlayStation Move camera, kind of like what that isn't, or whatever. It had become wobbly, it had become loose. The body of this, you know, guitar is made of wood, and the wood had kind of like turned it to dust. Yeah. So I used this trick that my old man, one of the most important tricks that my old man taught me about playing guitar is how to do a proper yes, very proper repair for for when that happens, that scenario, if you will. There, I'll give you a visual. Okay. So, you know, this post for the this is a custom post that I installed for this guitar strap, because this guitar strap, it locks into place. Okay, this is like a specific thing that I got because I'm like I'm so tired of dropping my guitar when I'm playing on stage, and so yeah, it's a locking model. You pull like it has like a spring-loaded thingamabob, and yeah, when you pull up on the tab here, the spring, it gets tight, or wait, it gets loose, and then the spring pushes down and it gets tight, locks into place. So it's already a custom job, but the only thing holding it there, right, is something like a threaded screw, like that one, okay? And yeah, like I say, when it turns to dust, sawdust, you know, over the years with lots of abuse or love, depending on your perspective. Anyhow, 2 points. I keep a bundle of punk. I keep punks bundled. Did you know that? I bet you didn't even know that. These are matchsticks. All right. At any rate, I remember playing the Jeopardy! I remember playing that video game on a, it was the Sega Game Gear release. Yeah, somebody was probably getting high in front of me. Oh man. And I needed to like, whatchamacallit, kill some time. So I'm playing the Jeopardy on my Sega Game Gear, and what happens? I come across the question, or rather the answer, because we are talking about Jeopardy, right? Mm-hmm. And it's asking if I knew the definition. I forget the category or whatever, but they're asking if I knew. Oh, you know what? I think I'm confused. I think a punk is supposed to actually be a slow burning stick? Like a stick of incense? Right? But one of the ways that I've always kind of maintained that memory, aside from like the Jeopardy video game thing, because that's not the best mnemonic to remember, like, who's going to remember that? Like, does anybody use the word punk that way? I don't think so. A slow burning stick? Okay, but one of the ways that I remember that is by thinking of fascism. Right? Of course I do. I mean, hey, fascism and slow burning sticks, they just go together naturally, right? It's like a lightsaber and a Jedi. It's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and a slice of pizza, right? No, seriously, folks. You know, one of the popular, for the time that is, during the time of like Mussolini and Hitler and all that crap, I guess, one of the popular metaphors or analogies, if you will, with regards to the strength that fascism provides its people. Oh yeah. Because strength is so important, right? They say that the and weakness is bad, right? Vulnerability is bad, right? The strength is like a bundle of sticks tied together, kind of like those matchsticks I was showing you. They say that individually these twigs are weak and can be broken. They're brittle. Yeah. And but together, bundled, tied in a bundle, much like people under a fascist dictator, much like people under fascist rule and dictatorship. Anyhow, they find strength in the bundle. So bundle up and love the fascism. I'm sure Darby Crash is smiling on me right now. Here's looking at you, kid. Anyhow, That's the way I remembered that punk slow burning wood thing. Which reminds me of how I fixed the guitar using a technique handed down from generation to generation. Basically, you get one of those little matchsticks, you stick it in the hole, and you break it off, and that fills up the hole nice and tight, and you can put your screw back in there, and it'll presumably stay tight until you need to do that little number again, right? Which can get annoying and repetitious. So I decided to use I put my own twist on that little tradition, if you will. Okay, my little twist consists of basically super glue, using it like an epoxy. All right. Like, I'm pretty fond of this particular brand of super glue. All right, they don't like sponsor me or anything. It's just I find that it performs and cures. It performs well and cures quickly. Sets in 30 seconds or less. Hey. If you got wind like coming from a fan or an air conditioner or something, it cures even more quickly, right? And you might be wondering, oh, well, what does it turn into, like, when it dries? Well, I had an old bottle that's, I guess, had, like, a hole in it or something, and I decided to save what was inside as a reminder and as a, like, I don't know, it's like a lesson or something, I don't know, right? And what did it turn into? It turned into that. Is that in focus? Oh my god. That is a seriously large... whoa. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. 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 Mm? Mm? Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Seriously large chunk of super glue, right, people? I'd say. But like I say, it's not exactly crazy glue or super glue. Those are indeed specific brand names. Trademark brand names, if you will. So, yeah. Oh my, that's loud. I'm just warming up for a second. I should probably be recording it. Oh, still got the recording from earlier right here, ever so conveniently. That's nice. The strength and comfort found in fascism. Yeah. Oh my god. As if. Uh. Okay, I want to hear how the background vocals sounded. Hold on. Okay. Speak well, read, articulate. They would do with that all day. Don't. Hey. Yeah, this is what's wrong with the kids in my neighborhood. They would listen to them all. This week, yeah, I know, I got this down, like, I have the rote memory down. I really do. I brain for it, I guess. I've always been a little defective, you know. Granted, my defects, okay, they tend to work against me, but sometimes they work for me. It's almost like fate. I don't know, because why else would they, right? No, I have the rote. You know what rote memory is, right? That's like muscle memory, if you will, like, per se. It's when you've, like, repeated an exercise enough times to have it verbatimly stored in your mind and, like, able to execute on a moment's whim, you know? And that's, it's something that a person could rely on. That's why, kind of why they say practice makes perfect. But what they don't tell you is that if you, like, practice and you're not doing the thing that you're practicing, if you're not actually executing it, like, you know, correctly, if you will, like, guess what? Practice doesn't make perfect in that scenario, because you're going to get the rote memory, and it's going to be wrong. It's true. It's true. You know why? You know why? I don't really know why, but I read about why one time, and I remembered a little thing called meningeal folds. Meningeal? I think that's how you say it, okay? Have you ever seen a brain? And I'm not talking about that kid at the front of the class that's always raising their hand, okay? No, I'm not talking about the teacher's pet. I'm talking about a literal brain. The gray matter. You know, the spongy meat. The, like... Yeah, I don't want to gross you out or anything, but... Here's the deal, alright? Those brains that we have, they have folds. Like how Ruffles have ridges. Those potato chips. Yeah, brains have folds, the meningeal folds, and believe it or not, some of the folds are like on like an Ant-Man nano size level, I guess. If you can believe that. And so what? So what? Well, I'll tell you so what, okay? Apparently, these grooves, you can think of them as folds, right? But what happens when a fold accordions up and starts to fold in upon itself? You end up with grooves. Maybe they're like, shallow, maybe they're deep. Maybe they're instead of being a crease, maybe it's more like a peak, valleys and peaks and yada yada yada. So these exercises that we do, they when practice makes perfect, it makes the grooves in the human brain, or any brain really, any creature with a brain, any vertebrate. Because invertebrates, they tend to be more of like a pheromone-based creature. Anyhow, where was it? So these folds, they indicate the level of retention. And I'm not talking. Yeah, we're talking about the brain. Okay, get your mind out of the gutter. That was a joke. Anyhow, I'm gonna stop because I am not a neurologist. I may be a neuroticologist. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. No doubt about it. But what's the point? The point is, yeah, man, no matter what, if you're practicing something and you're practicing it wrong, that's gonna get deeply ingrained into your brain. So whether you're doing something right or whether you're doing something wrong, practice makes practice, okay? Practice makes memories. Practice makes muscle memory. And therefore, practice can make perfect, but it does not always necessarily. Practice, practice, practice! You know what I'd rather do? I'd rather practice what I preach. How does that sound? It's a slightly different form of practice, if you will. Yeah. It's called the practice of not being a fucking hypocrite. Yeah. But JJ, what's wrong with hypocrites? What? Like, aside from the fact that they're really annoying, like the kind of thing that leads to high blood pressure in others. You ever seen that one guy, what's his name, Joe Black? Oh my god, that guy looks like he's got high blood pressure, I think. He gets so pissed talking about the right wing. I don't know. You know what, I haven't seen his routine in a while. Maybe he's changed, right? Anyhow, yeah, right. Yeah, hypocrites, man. They are what they are. I don't think anybody sets out to be a hypocrite on purpose. I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody like Borat, like that Sacha Baron Cohen guy, or maybe Eric Andre. I don't know. If you're trying to make a point and you're being yeah, whatever. So there. I took the matchsticks. I stuffed the hole that had become slack. Broke it off, yeah. Filled it with the rapid fuse. Let it cure overnight. And my guitar strap post is very fucking sturdy now. And yeah, it's for you, old man. Whatever, right? I made a gesture. That's all. I don't believe in ghosts. I'm sorry, but I do believe in gestures. A toast to gestures. May you all live long and gesture. So what? I don't know, man. I'm just trying to wake up, really. I literally just like got this tugboat's chugging along now as the day is long. Come to think of it, could always use a little more caffeine in my bloodstream. Always! Always! No. But, tell you, a large part of growing up is watching people older than you do drugs in front of you. That's what it is. Makes for good, well-rounded people. So, anyway, I was talking about practicing what you preach and not being a hypocrite. I'll bet you can't guess what that is. That's my alien mind reader. I know how to probe alien minds. Live long and gesture. No. This is kind of like a miniature arc welder. Like, unfortunately though, the batteries are kind of running low. They're like at 1.45 when they should be more like 1.55 or even 6.5. So, but this little miniature arc welder, it used to be a soldering iron called the Cold Heat. And, these things, they come with tips that, it's supposed to be like a soldering iron. That defunct corporation known as Radio Shack made this a long time ago. And, I miss it. And I tried to fix it. And I almost did. It's like kind of almost fixed. I was playing around with this here little doodad, that little ball of solder right there. Yeah, that's what I do for a good time. I play with little solder blobs. Let's see if I can get this hot enough to melt a hole in my plastic little cabinet here. Okay. Yeah, that light is so you can see what you're doing in the dark. Uh-oh. Might work better upside down. You know what I'm trying to do, right? Dang nabbit. I'm trying to complete the circuit. And I'm not talking about a race or a marathon, people. Okay, time out. First of all, I was joking around about how this looks like an alien mind probe. Because look at the shape of my wires. I literally have like a spool of copper, and I just kind of like cut a few pieces off, and they are not ideal. They are not aligned. In fact, one is like pointing that way, and the other is pointing that way. I'm never going to complete that circuit. What is a circuit? I think you know. But I will reiterate, just because, hey, just call me Mr. fucking Wizard, right? Where's my pointy hat? You shall not pass. Uh-oh. Oh, this is so ramshackle. Oh, I lost my... Oh, I'm never going to complete that circuit. Oh well. That work is this is a half-baked project of mine. I'll work on it later. You know what I really need to do? I need to anchor down those little antennas using my 100 watt 100... Oh, that's out of focus. Oh well. 100 watt! Oh my god. Bang bang. I'm a cowboy. Ow. I'm a cowboy. Quickest draw in the West. I'm silly. Seriously, where have you been all my life? This is an Archer brand soldering gun, which is, yes, another one of them, their Radio Shack brands, kind of like a Tandy. It's a vintage product of a bygone era. Like yours truly? Hell no! I'm modern as fuck. I've always been a modern kind of guy. Are you kidding? Vintage. You know when I'll be vintage? When I'm dead and in the ground. That's when I'll be vintage, baby. Other than that, I'm gonna be a modern guy. Alright, a swinging modern kind of guy. I'm not really a swinger. Nah, it's kind of gross. It's kind of gay. There's like too many other dicks and balls and things in the room at the same time. Unclothed. Ew. But that's a really awesome soldering iron. And that's what I'll do. I'll tack down some solder. I'll tack down that that antenna, whatever, and then I'll complete a circuit in front of you. And it'll be great. In the meantime, though, I digress. I think I'll get back to the song. Alright, amplifier. Oh, hell. I'll warm up a little more. Damn it. That's it. Love that song. Not only is it tight as fuck, but it's over before I can even get exhausted. Like, I'm ready to do another. I'm ready to knock another one out. But no, hello, we're recording, right? I'm recording! So, yeah, we'll knock another one out maybe later, after we've completed this one. I'm focused. I'm not going to move on to another song until I'm done with this one. I currently have my microphone plugged into line number 1. I'm going to leave it there. So that way during the editing process, the mixing and mastering, the producing phase, alright, I might need to like re-sing a line or something. I don't know. No, that's not me. Alright, I pressed the record button. I'm not getting a level, and I know why. Oh, I hate having to get up again. Oh, rats. My bones, my creaky bones. Okay. Oh, feels good to be back down. Just put me down where I belong, way down below, way down below. Now you can't take it with you when you go. uh. I think we got it. Okay, we only recorded mono because, yeah, this is kind of a one channel kind of hookup with my pickups. So I think I'll split this stereo track into two mono tracks. Monaural or whatever. Manu Earl? I don't know. My name is Earl? What? I think I'll delete that one that is a flat line. Totally flatlined. I don't see a delete option. Okay, let me highlight it there. I still don't see a delete option. I'm gonna cut. There, it's gone. And then I'll click the X. That's probably what I should have done in the first place. Oh, yeah. My vocals, yeah, that's not stereo. I think I'll do the same thing, split into two mono tracks. Get rid of, I'll click the X this time. Goodbye. Split to mono. Damn, it's hot in here. It's becoming summer already. It's not even April. This is normal. I would expect this here in my sleepy desert town, the dirty T, if you will. Okay, split to mono. Click the X. Okay. Oh, we have that first take. Yeah, let's go ahead. Go ahead, split that one to mono as well. Click the X. Let's listen. Let's see what fruit my work has produced. Excuse me, what did you just say, JJ? Are you woke? Are you being non-woke? No, not fruit like that. Get your mind out of the gutter. Alright? I swear, people, you're so sensitive. You're like my butthole. You're very sensitive. No, I'm just joking around. Okay. No, I want to reap what I've sowed. How does that sound? I might want to play that track again because I wasn't wearing my headphones. Okay? So what? Well, that's a good idea. Oh, my headphones weren't even plugged in, actually. That was my PC speaker. Sounds a lot like my headphones when they're turned up way too loud. I didn't think I had my headphones that loud. I was like, damn, I must have done some hearing damage earlier. Okay. Let me turn down the signal, because this is probably, I probably got my speakers cranked to 11.
This is on with the kids in my neighborhood. They always listen to the mom. They just got civil disobedience. They always do what they're told. They don't drink or fight or fuck. Stay off the phone. Stay home. Expand their minds.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and edit that already. Because I got the lyrics out of order. And that's not good. I don't need to be representing myself that way. Okay.
This is on with the kids in my neighborhood. They always listen to the mom. They just got civil disobedience. They always do what they're told. They don't drink.
There. Let's zoom in. That's at about, what, 27 seconds in? Well, I guess it's more like 25, because it already said they don't drink.
Drink or fight. They don't drink or
Alright.
fight or fuck.
Okay, right about... I'm gonna make a loop. Okay. Just to make sure I'm cutting out the part that I don't want. You know. Okay, I'm gonna, well, there's not enough room in this DAW. I gotta shrink these tracks down to size. I'll put them in their place. I don't like that term.
They don't drink or fight or fuck. 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 They don't drink.
Alright. That's what we needed. I gotta move this track closer to the top. Okay. Because I can't see how well it's lined up with the markers that I made for the loop. And I'm not quite... Oh wait, there they are. Okay, I'll click. Dunk. Alright, split the track. Split the clip. Boink. Okay. And now... Let's see. Okay, there's that marker. Okay. Click. Split. Now we got a nice little chunk of erroneous vocals. Edit. Delete. Let's take it from the top. Turning off loop. Re-enabling solo on all 4 tracks. We've got 2 lead tracks, a backup track, backup box, and rhythm guitar. Okay. Here we go.
hood, goes to see them all. Got to run, so we get still, give them all the fight, stand up, no pride, expand their minds. Yeah, it's
Okay, all over the place there. Oh yeah, I didn't get to hear that part that I just edited. Where was that? Oh, back here. I was too busy adding guitar to the, adding distortion to the guitar track. Yeah. Audacity has some lovely new features, aside from being able to automatically upload to audio.com, much like the way Pro Tools lets you upload to SoundCloud or whatever, GarageBand, Logic, etc. Aside from that upload feature, there's also real-time effects. So, for many years, us open source software preferring community creator types, didn't have real-time effects. We had to, select a chunk of audio and apply an effect, and if it works, keep it. If it doesn't, start over. But with a real-time effect, you can, tweak it as it plays. So that's what I'm taking advantage of here. A demo distortion plugin brought to you by, I don't know, some fucking company that charges too much for their bullshit. Now that's the way that part goes. They don't drink or fuck or fight. Drink, fight, and fuck! Drink, fight. Drink, fight, and fuck! Yeah, NoFX likes Gigi Allen too, apparently. They proved that in their 1996 hit album Heavy Petting Zoo with the track What's the Matter with Kids Today? ? Drink, fight, and fuck! Drink, fight. Drink, fight, and fuck! It's a living. This time I'm adding a mono track, because the stereo's silly. If I had like a splitter, two mono signals going in, could make it a stereo routine setup, but nah.
There's something wrong with the kids in my cul-de-sac that was going to church.
Oops.
What the fuck, man? They should.
That's kind of weird. I guess I didn't rewind. Okay.
Show each other respect, but first he says they,
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, they dress!
What am I doing wrong? This happened earlier, remember? Yeah, okay, delete. I made like 3 separate little empty entries right here. That's no good. Oh no, make that 5. 5 separate. Okay, now I got those highlighted. Delete. Okay. I'm gonna try this again. Okay. Going to the very beginning of the track, clicking with the mouse to make a cursor like up here. Okay.
There's something wrong with the kids in my cul-de-sac that was
It
going
just
to
did it again.
church.
What the fuck? I guess I don't have this one. No, it's highlighted. What the fuck? How does it arbitrarily pick that? Urgh. I'm the best at what I do. But what I do isn't very nice. No, actually, I'm not the best at what I do. I take that back. I'm the most unique at what I do, that's for sure. Eek. Okay, maybe I gotta press the solo button. Maybe that'll help.
Oh yeah, right. I fucked up the. There's something wrong with the kids in my cul-de-sac. They're always going to church.
That's right, I was gonna do some meds. That would probably help, actually. And turn the air conditioner back on. Fuck this, man. I'm taking a break. I'm taking 5! Taking 5! Hey, Zot, you got 5 minutes. I know! I'm taking 5! I don't care what you do. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Alright, now that we got that established. No backsies! I'm taking 5. 5 milligrams. You know, a large part of growing up is watching people older than you consume drugs. Builds character. Really does. There's something wrong with the kids in my neighborhood. They always listen to their moms. Mama's boy. Stay off the phone. You know what I really think that backup vocal is about? I'll tell you. You know I'm going to tell you. But am I going to tell you right now? Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you. I think it was probably Melvin's idea. Melvin seems like maybe, just maybe, he's a little bit less like white trash than Fat Mike. Excuse me. And when I say that, you know, I mean in the most general of terms, because I mean, I think technically Fat Mike is just as much of a Jewish American as Melvin. Alright? But, I mean, anybody can be white trash. I mean, it's pretty simple. All it takes is like a trailer, a low income, lousy public education as your only, like, education. There's some varying factors. I don't know. I don't know if there's a rule. You might be a white trash. No. And I don't even think that's a politically correct term to use anymore, so it's probably going to go away. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is maybe like maybe, I'm just taking a wild guess. Maybe Melvin's like a little more privileged than Fat Mike. I just kind of get that impression. Maybe he grew up with a little more money, maybe had a little more education. And what I'm getting at is stay off the phone! It's basically Melvin trying to taunt the youth of America, the youth of the world, and not just all youth. Granted, most enjoy the telephone, don't get me wrong, but I think that maybe like the slightly more privileged class of the youth sector the youth demographic, slightly more privileged, they might rely on things like the telephone, like remote communications, to have a good time, to let loose, get some kicks, if you will. And of course, most of the things that Fat Mike is singing about, the whole they listen to their mom, they disregard civil disobedience, they do what they're told. If you're an upstanding pillar of your nerdly youth community, probably the leader of the debate team or the chess club or the AV Geek Club, I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, you hear this song and you're thinking, oh, I do all of those things. What are they getting at? I don't understand. Why is this song called What's the Matter with Kids Today? Are they trying to say there's something wrong with my behavior? Well, that's absolutely ludicrous, because I am an upstanding individual and I always act accordingly and act with the utmost of outstanding behavior, right? But if maybe subconsciously you hear Melvin in the background sounding much like your father or maybe your big brother or somebody like that, telling you, ordering you to stay off the phone. Get off the phone. Nobody home. Get off the phone, 'cause I don't want you. Yeah, man. He's like taunting the youth just because they might not necessarily get it. It might go over their heads to hear these lyrics and be like, well, this song's just ludicrous. They're pointing out all these behaviorisms that are perfectly acceptable, and not only that, commendable. I'm a virtuous human, blah, blah, blah. Stay off the phone!
Hey, don't you tell me what to do! I use the phone if I...
Oh shit, maybe I'm not perfect. I really do hate it when people tell me to stay off the phone. That's what I do for a good time. A rollicking good time, as it is, yes. Rightly so. That's my take. The brightest minds in music today. Oh. You know what? It's only 11 o'clock. The nice thing about musical instruments is that. The nice thing about musical instruments is that they can be played at low volume. They don't necessarily have to be cranked up to 11, right? You know what I mean? And so I'm going to wait until it gets a little bit later. I know I'm going to be up all night because of when I woke up. And the temperature outside will be cooler, and I won't have to run the goddamn air conditioning, which is kind of a bitch, because if I turn it off, granted, it's not like necessarily the microphone is going to pick up. But then again, what if I'm listening and I gotta add a vocal? Yeah, I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna play some Metroid, Part 5, or Game Boy Advance Metroid Fusion thing. I think I'm gonna make that right now. Alright. Check you later.